So, as men, we have a particular energy, we have a particular presence about us, our masculine energy, our testosterone, right? And as we go through life, we grow, we come into the world being nurtured and being taken care of and looked after. We're fed water, we're fed food, we're cared for emotionally, physically, shelter, we're everything. And as we hit a certain age, about 7 to 8, we start to learn and internalize things, and we start getting influenced by our surroundings, the way our father, the way our mother acts. And as we keep developing, we come to an age of 13 and 14 where we really start to remember and really internalize everything that we're learning. We start to develop slowly into a teenager. We start going from being looked after to having some sort of responsibility over our own health, right? We're able to walk, we're able to talk, we're able to socialize. So we're not as restricted anymore. And as you keep growing, the amount of nurturing for you reduces in the sense that you're not being fed directly, you're not being cared for directly, right? Your responsibility increases. Let's say as you get to 18 and 19, you start driving, you're able to drink alcohol, so you have to be responsible for that. You're able to smoke cigarettes. It's another responsibility. You start becoming more free. Maybe you just graduated from university, from high school, and you're going out more. You have your own friends, right? So level of nurturing reduces, but your responsibility increases as well. So we go through these specific times where all these changes are happening, right? But the question is, when do you specifically become an adolescent man? When do you become a man, right? How do you know? Is it when you're 22? You're studying university and you're about to finish up? Is that when it is, right? I would argue the closest thing that we have to when we know that it's time for us to become a man in the modern world is when we move out, right? When the 18-year-old moves out, he's considered a man. When if you're as late as 21, 22, 23, you're considered a man. You moved out. Okay, cool. But, however, one of my favorite books, Warrior, Lover, King, Magician, right, by Rod Boothroyd. It says here, get initiated into manhood. Get initiated into manhood. Deep in every one of us, we all want to be a man. We want to know, we want to go through the steps to be a man. We want to be capable. We want to have people that we love for and care for and look after, right? We want to have our own kingdom and look after our people very well. It's deep within us. And we want to know exactly when we're ready to do that. But there's nothing clear in the modern world, apart from, let's say, moving out, right? But you're 18, you move out. You're 21, you move out. Who's the better man? It doesn't make sense in a sense. What the book argues, and it gives you advice and, valuable information is, and I can relate to this from this sense, many past tribes in history have had initiations into manhood. The young boys, 14, 12, used to go through trials, a rite of passage, a coming of age in a sense, where there was real danger and they had to go through a challenge. And if they succeeded, they would be, inducted into manhood through a ceremony, a ritual. That's when they knew they were the man. That's when they, realized, okay, there's a whole new world of responsibility that I have. I need to start taking care of my people. It was very clear, and it was a bloody hell of an experience, Obviously today we're not going to replicate the dangers of death and very high injury, right? But there's a lot of things we can incorporate into kind of this induction into manhood. And if you have or are considering of, being part of a community, you own a community of men, right? And you look after and you provide services for men. One of the things that you can incorporate is by getting initiated into manhood is like a challenge that maybe when people join the community, they have to work up for in person. And you go meet up with them, you send them through a boot camp, whatever, a sort of initiation into the next aspect of your life. Okay, so this is initiation into manhood, but there are many other phases of life that we can perform a similar ritual, a ceremony for, to connect a deeper level of connection between the other masculine people in your community, in your tribe, within your kingdom, right? One of the things is getting initiated into the community, being initiated as an elder, maybe, being initiated into a new career, having a ceremony, a ritual, a sort of celebration, where we get them ready for that, a new challenge. You know, you could organize let's say like a 2-day hike out in the bush or something, or you could organize a bike ride or a walk across the country, something tough, something challenging. Ask your tribes people to join it, and you guys do it all together. And once you're completed, you perform a ritual, a ceremony, get initiated into becoming a better man. This builds community, this builds connection, a sense of love, a sense of deep love. You know, you feel a connection, you feel a bond to these people that you go through the challenges with. I think that's very, very valuable. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope to see you next time.